Right, welcome to the Ministry, and this 2,000 point game, this should be a quick game, of Warhammer 40,000 8th edition. And we're going on the city table today. I've not had this one out in a while, so I thought we'd go City Ruins. Today it's going to be the Ultramarines versus the Knights. I'm not sure, we'll go through Dave's list in a second of what house he's got and stuff, but he's actually, I think, Salamanders as well. It's Knights and Marines against Marines, so it's either some sort of, I don't know, tactical, war games
Chaos.
employed by, they're definitely not chaos, they're led by the big guy himself. So anyway,
Race.
Dave's put some Knights together, so I said, right, I'm going to throw a Marine list together and see what I can do against them. And we're going to play the Texas Hold'em game. So, you know, there will be cards. We've done this on another battle report, just so it's not a shootout fest, because I think the Knights would definitely win that one. So we're going to see, and the objectives are pre-set down, so there's no sort of shenanigans, no gamey element to it of everyone, you know, putting all them down here and me holding them and bringing you in, that kind of stuff. We'll spread them all around. So we'll go over the list. So mine are going to be led by Guilliman. So there he is, the chapter master of the Ultramarines himself, when everyone knows what he can sort of do. And then we've got Chief Librarian Tigerius there, and he's going to be rocking Null Zone, Might of Heroes, Psychic Surge and Smite. And then we've got another Librarian in Terminator armour with a Storm Shield and Force Stave, and he's knocking Null Zone and Might of Heroes, and he will have the Shield Eternal. That's going to be my one relic. So basically, we're going to have I should have said that from the start, we're going to have a brigade, not a brigade, a battalion, a flyer wing, and an auxiliary, super heavy auxiliary. We've also got a vanguard of some assassins.
Alright.
So moving into the troops anyway, we've got a scout squad with a heavy bolter. He hasn't got a power fist, he's just got a bolter. And then we've got two other scout squads, they're all bolters. I know they've got camo cloaks and stuff, but they don't. They're just all stock bolters. And we've got a Devastator squad with a cherub and a heavy bolter. And then we've got two Razorbacks. As you see, one there's got an extra storm bolter, one doesn't. And they're both twin las cannon. And then we've got the flyer wing, so we've got the storm wing, let's call that storm wing, because they're all stormies. So these little fellas are exactly the same, twin assault cannon, typhoon missile launchers. I would have loved las cannons for this list, but just couldn't really work the points in. And this guy's got his hurricane bolters, twin melter, twin las. And then we move into the vanguard one, and we've got two Vindicare assassins. Obviously the new assassin rules will be in play. So these guys, and not that Dave's got a lot of characters to snipe out or anything like that, you know, but I wanted to use them anyway. I didn't know exactly what he was bringing, but I had a feeling it might be Knights with some extra dudes, but I just really want to use them. And like I said, not the best setting for them. They'll be great against stuff like Eldon Guard and sniping out weak characters.
So we've got Vindicare and
two Vindicares, yeah.
Vindicare against Vindicare.
Vindicare, it could be a snipe fest, this one, because I know Dave's got one, he's made one himself as well, so just to point out, this is an Infinity model, this one, but I quite like it because it's obviously a girl build as opposed to
it fits in, doesn't it?
Having the same thing. Yeah, she's about the same size as well and has a mask on, so she's very, very nice. So that gives me 5 for the battalion. I nearly said brigade again. I used the brigade last game, my head just stuck. 5 for that, 1 for the flyer wing, 3 for being battle forged, and then 3 because Guilliman is my warlord. So I'm going to be rocking a decent lot of command points, like I said, not spend any extra on the relics. And that's pretty much it. Very, very low numbers. You know, I'm either going to do really well or get absolutely minced off these Knights. So with that, let's take a look at Dave's list.
And the other, like, keep the objectives clear on that, right?
So this is Dave's list. I'm just going to get a zoom in. Terrifying in its prospects. Some lovely custom made models here by Dave, or some, well, chop and change customization on them. So I'll let you go over what it is and I'll zoom in.
Right, so at the front you've got your battalion of Space Marines, 2 Librarians with the powers that you see there. They're all Salamanders, and it's just bare bones
tac squads.
Tactical squads.
Yeah.
Vindicare Assassin for 1 command point, which technically I think you play it during the deployment phase, but there's no surprise because I've only got 1, so it's going to be that one. And then the Knight Super Heavy Detachment. 6 command points. In the middle, a Kitbash Castellan with his Plasma Decimator.
Very nice.
And on the left, it's a Warden with the Endless Fury relic.
Yeah.
So 2 extra shots. And on the right, that's the Forge World Knight Styrix.
Yeah.
It's actually the Megara model, but I'm playing as a Styrix. And he's really good. So he's got a 4 up invulnerable for shooting, 5 up in combat. He's got like a flamer weapon as part of his claw. He heals a wound a turn. You don't get cover from him. It's all loads of goodness.
Absolutely horrible,
loads
isn't he?
of goodness, yeah. And he's got the Land Strider Warlord trait and the he's got the Banner in Violet. That's what it is as well, like a relic. So
he's got a violet banner.
So he has a 6-inch reroll ones in the fight phase buff as well.
Yeah. So who is the Warlord for this one?
The Warlord is, hang on, stand by, I think it's the Warden.
So this guy
Styrix is the Warlord.
today.
That's how he's got the Warlord trait and the relic.
Well, you can pay points in a Knight Detachment, can't you, to get...
And that's how the other two have got the relics and so on as well, because he's got the Iron Bulwark Warlord trait.
So he's a 2-up armour.
Nope, he's a 4-up invulnerable.
4-up, that's sorry, you better end one. And he's got the relic gun. So on 6s it's 2 hits instead of a normal hit, and it's got extra shots, hasn't it?
I'll have to have a look.
I'll do it. Right, the armies are down. The Ultramarines have deployed down here in this battle corner. We got Search and Destroy for the game type. I don't know if I'm happy about that because it gets the Knights closer, but it is what it is, isn't it? So we've got Tigerius and Guilliman down here, the flyer wings around them. We've got the Razorbacks parked down here. We've got the Scout Squad down here with a Librarian and another Scout Squad here sitting next to 3. Just well aware that I don't want to get too close to the Knights because they house Raven, aren't they? Is that right? I don't think I mentioned that. So they've got good advance and charge bonuses. Obviously with that in mind, getting a lot of stuff sort of up high where possible. These guys, that's a Devastator Squad sitting there and another Vindicare. May have the Vindicare up here in a commanding position. And then these Scout Squad here just set up down here. Just looking for maybe a little bit of line breaker or just to maybe distract the Knights to come this way if they want to, or put some firepower this way. And then we'll go down into Dave's deployments. He's got a Marine Squad and a Librarian sitting in here with his Vindicare up here. All 3 Knights here, a Marine Squad right next to Objective 5 ready to push in. And there's some down here as well, yeah. So Dave, covered down there. Down there. So Dave will be getting to choose whether he wants to go first or second. I think I know what he's going to pick.
I'm going to go first, mate.
You're going to go first?
You're going to seize?
I'm going to attempt to seize. It will be done. No, it's not. It's not going to be done. So anyone on the command points, my army will start with 12. Dave spent loads of his. I think he started with something like 14 or 15 or something, and he's down to 11 to start with all the
Warlord trait and the Vindicare.
Yeah, that he's put in. So with that, we're going to Dave's movement phase, turn 1, and hope these Ultramarines can survive a battering. I really needed turn 1 in this game, I think. To make filming easier, we're just going to show all the cards for this. So Dave's 2, so remember the mission type is there's 3 river cards, and we'll get 2 cards each. These cards are all discarded at the end of the battle round, which is when points are scored. If you want to keep any cards, so you don't think you'll get it this turn, but maybe it's next turn, it's going to cost 2 CP. So I think that's a better way to do it, because then you're paying to maybe secure a victory.
I've got the command points first.
Oh, you've got more than enough. So Dave's drew Defend 6 and Secure 1. And we'll have a look at them in a minute.
6 is on your side.
I think 6 is right down where I am.
Can't get it.
And mine's Secure 3 and Assassinate. So Assassinate's quite an interesting one.
Yeah, you should get that.
And then the 3 river cards that we can both do. Master of the Warp, which is handy. You've both got Psychers.
I'm going to have that.
Defend 2, which Dave will probably have which is there. Which, to be fair, could potentially... It'll be a bit of a suicidal charge from these guys, I think, to try and stop it. And behind enemy lines. So at the minute, they're not scoring it anyway because Dave's deployment is down there. So tricky cards for me, these 3. Like I said, ideally not going first. I needed a good draw of cards. So we'll have a look for Secure 3 is down there, which is decent for me. That's one of my cards. And like I said, Assassinate. And then you had, where is 6? Was it 6?
Behind this building.
Oh, very nice. So 6 is there. And then Defend 1, which is this one. Isn't it? So Dave's got to get across the battlefield. He's got troops to do it, or Knights can get over there. And shifting the Knight off the Defend card can be pretty tough.
Yeah.
So with that, we'll let Dave have a move, see what he's going to manage to do.
Good advance rolls, I think.
So that was horrific in terms of the Ultramarines, in terms of what you rolled for your advances. So just a bit of shuffling here with the Librarian to get within smite range of this unit. Don't roll out Super Smite. Everyone's Super Smite's my first scout unit. These guys have remained stationary. The word debating come down here, but they would have been 12.5 inches out of a potential charge, which they would have needed to get onto the Secure 1.
And to lose the ball to discipline.
Yeah, this guy got a 6 advance. This guy got a 6 to advance. Luckily, this guy got a 1.
But he's got a Land Strider as well.
Yeah, which adding all the extra distances. So these guys have come and held the middle ground, which means he will be through the wall defending 3.
6.
Or 6, sorry, yeah, which is going to be some work to get rid of that monstrosity. And that was it. The other Scout Squad down there stayed still. So into Dave's Psychic phase.
Yes.
I don't think I'll have anyone in range of any denies from that far away, so I'm guessing.
It's just that one over there.
Despite there was a bit of movement down there, can't see from here. Dave hit his Sega, wary of the Vindicare, so he's just dropped down behind the door. We don't know if we've got a line of sight on him yet or not, but you know, this guy might not be alive much sooner.
Psychic then, this boy is going to...
He's going to attempt to smite on the scout squad, yeah. It's 2 dice. I don't know why Dave's rolling 1, but it's definitely cast.
There you go.
So it's D3 mortal wounds. Just a 1. I'll take that. I'm guessing you're not using any CPs on that yet?
No, not on
no. So we've lost the scout.
And he will...
And he's going to go for the Psychic Surge for the second one. That goes off, yeah. So it's a D6. And you've got to get more than my leadership, isn't it?
So we'll just
add your leadership. So your leadership is 9, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mine's 9 now because the Ultramarines get to add 1. So you beat us by, you beat us. So it's another D3 mortal wounds, yeah.
2.
It's 2, so we'll lose 2 more scouts. I was tempted to command point that, but...
And then it happens again, I think. No, it's not.
So we're going to lose 2 more scouts as Dave goes into his shooty phase. Oh no, you've got the guy over there, but I don't think he's in range. Right, in the shooting phase then, I'm going to give... Tigerius is going to make the big Stormbird -1 to hit.
Oh, you can do it in my turn?
Yeah, I do it in the start of your shooting phase. I nominate before you decide any unit you want to shoot at, so you might not shoot it, which is the right way to do it, because some people have seen it where they wait for you to pick a unit and say, well, you'll be -1.
Yeah.
But that's not technically how you're supposed to do it. Yeah, you're supposed to nominate a unit.
So that's going to be...
So Dave's going to start the shooting phase. These guys are going to go down in here. They'll get 10 shots because they haven't moved.
4, 5. 1, 2, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 10 shots.
Yeah,
hitting on
3s. And being Salamanders, one of them can re-roll a failed miss.
Like so.
Yeah. And they'll be wounding on 4s. And one of them can re-roll a failed wound. Yeah.
Not very good.
Just a 1?
Just the 1.
I was debating off camera. I said to Dave, you know what, I should have command pointed that 2 mortal wounds.
Yeah.
I've got a feeling like these need to survive the bolter fight here. You've got no chance, mate.
Yeah, no chance.
Loads of wounds. So that is a save. It would be a 3 up with a +1 in the cover. They don't have the cloaks, which I covered at the start of the army list.
Same again from this bunch though.
Yeah.
What's that doing there?
It's an armour save.
Salamander.
And then again looking for 4s. 3 this time.
Can't be one of them, can't I?
Yeah. 4 this time.
One. Take another one.
Take another one to the face. Hopefully they'll pass all these. Oh, 1. I should have used it. So we've lost 4 scouts this turn.
Librarian, he's moved slightly to get in range for the smite. That's just 1 shot.
Yeah, just 1 shot. He's hit. Doesn't wound, but he can reroll because he's Salamanders. Nope. So it looks like unless the knight puts some shooting into that scout for first strike, he's going to be alive. So Dave's popping out with his first strat for the Order companions on this guy.
He's
so
use another 2 for Oathbreaker as well.
Okay.
Actually, is he?
Dave's just having to think. Well, basically the companion ones lets him reroll all 1s for this turn. So whether it's a random amount of shots, the damage roll, the hit roll, etc., etc., it's a pretty good strat, pretty powerful for 3 CP.
6.
He's also using the Oathbreaker strat. He is going to use it on one of the missiles on Guilliman to try and get rid of sneaky shot into him. So do you want to start with a missile?
Yeah. Well, it's the missile because you can fire one a turn. I'll clear all the weapons first though. So missile at Guilliman. I'll do the twin melter guns, both of them at the Vindicare.
This guy, yeah.
I'll do the cannons at your boy.
Yeah.
It's -1 to hit him, isn't it?
It's -1 hit all of them, -2 to hit him because of the flying.
Yes, aye. I'm going to plasma decimator that one.
Yeah.
And I'll volcano cannon. I'm going to volcano cannon your. What do you call it?
Razorback.
Razorback. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're going for 3 of the mini ones.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Okey-dokey. So where do you start? Do you want to start with the Guilliman missile?
Yeah, with the missile.
It's a hit, I believe. Yeah. Hits on a 3.
Yeah. I'll have to check the.
It's strength 10, I think.
No, not the missile. Oh, it is nice.
So you can't take his invuln, but he will get a 6 up armor because he gets a 2 up normally. Nope, goes through.
D6.
And it's D6 damage. 4 for the 6, Dave. Game over, I think. Good game. That's a good game.
I mean.
Yeah, twin link melters.
So it's -2 to hit him.
Hitting on 5s against the assassin in the cover, yeah. He's got 1 hit. One hit. Wound on a 2.
There it is.
It is a wound. He will get a 4 up invuln, which he does make.
There it goes. So we'll do the... Yeah.
So this is both cannons, 2d3 per time.
First one, second one.
So no ones there. So it's 6, 79, 10 shots. Hitting on 3s. Because these guys can advance and fire with no minuses still as part of the house thingies. Yeah. So actually hitting on 4s, sorry.
Now reroll the
and you
ones.
can reroll the ones, yeah. Look at those hits. Nasty.
Hitting on 4s, you say?
Yeah, because it's -1 because he's flying at the minute. And the strength is?
This is going to be -1.
Yeah, so he's got 5 wounds there, 3s to wound, and it's -1. So we're looking for 4s up. Nice, 1 goes through. It's D3 damage, I think, on this battle cannon, isn't it?
Yeah.
2. Is that right? It is D3 damage, isn't it? Yeah. So next, the Decimator cannon against a second flyer.
I'll supercharge it.
We'll supercharge.
2d6.
You can reroll a 1. So 7.
Not really worked out that strategy, man.
Wow.
2, 3. Oh yeah, it is, yeah, sorry.
So on 2s and 1s you get mortal wounds, but you can reroll the 1s.
Oh, Christ, not again. There it is.
So there's 2. That's decent though, because all the rest hit. So he's took.
No, 2 didn't.
Yeah, but the 2s. Is it on a 1? This guy suffers a mortal wound. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've suffered a mortal wound myself.
Yeah. So he's took 2 mortal wounds, but he's got 5 hits.
Is strength 8. But I
He's
reroll the 1s.
looking for 3s to wound.
Oh, Jesus.
So he's got 3 wounds.
Yeah.
So it's 3 saves at -3. Did you say?
Yeah.
We've made 1, so 2 go through.
2 damage each.
So that's 4 damage. That guy's hurting as well. And last but not least, the volcano cannon against this Razorback down here.
Volcano lance, I should say.
Volcano,
heavy D6.
So you
Reroll a
can-
1.
yeah.
Oh,
2
Jesus.
shots. I'll take that.
It's not great. Both hit.
Both hit though. Yeah. That's what's strength. This is like strength.
Strength 14.
Yeah. So you've got 2 wounds because he's T7, and it's minus like 4 or 5 or something, isn't it?
-5.
And then what's the damage?
3d3 each.
So 3 to roll another dice. So that's 3, 6, 7.
Oh, yeah, it's just going straight through. Yeah.
Well, it's -5 on the save, isn't it? So 3. So that's 10. Yeah, it's gone.
Does it blow up?
Let's see. No, it doesn't blow
That
up.
would have been handy.
But that is first strike. Right, so the next night now, that's only 1 night done, so the Warden's going with his cannon of a million shots.
Stubby little boy here.
Yeah, heavy stubber down
And
here.
he's going to Endless Fury this squad here.
I'm going for the devs with Endless Fury.
The big stubber.
Oh, he's missed. That's good, it's a good start.
And it's 14 shots.
14 shots into the Devastator squad though. That's a decent hit roll.
Right.
It's strength 6, I believe, so if you're looking for 3s. Yeah, so that's 2 hits, so add another dice to your pool.
Yeah.
And these are, it is strength 6, isn't it? 3s to wound.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
No, it's okay. 6 wounds.
Yeah, strength.
So these are -2, 2 damage a pop. I'm looking for 4s because I'm in the cover. So I've lost 3 Marines. Nice. So this guy's got a couple of his guns out of range, but he's got his Crusher in range of the Assassin.
Yeah, and you do his Volkite, Caravel, at whichever one's weakened. This
one.
That one's weakened
You
more.
might not be able to see that one for his other night in the
I'll
building.
go for this one then, yeah.
Let's have a look. Yeah, I think he's out. You can go for this one.
Go for this one, yeah. So the Graviton Crusher's heavy D3.
You've got 2 shots with a Crusher. Now, ideally, this wouldn't be his optimum target, but
No,
it's the only thing in
only thing in
range.
range, yeah.
So he's missed twice because he's -2 to hit. And the big Volkite gun.
Ooh, not great. And that's going to be my
What does he hit on 3s? Yeah, that's a
3s,
miss
yeah.
as well. Yes, he's only got 1 hit.
Right, just 1 hit. This is strength 8.
So you're looking for 3s. It is a wound. It's a minus.
3.
So we're looking for a
D6 damage.
6. No, it's D6. Boom. 5 knocks him down to 3 wounds.
Okay.
I'm nearly dead. We're all nearly dead, Dave. So we've got an assassin off. So this guy is going to shoot this guy. So he hits on a 2.
With his Exodus rifle.
He does hit. He'd be wounding on a 2 because I'm infantry. Oh, he fails to wound.
I'll re-roll that one.
Yeah, command reroll coming into play. He does wound this time. Well, I can't make any in-run saves.
Down 5.
And it's a +1 save in the cover as a 5 on his normal armour. So there's no saves of any kind I can have.
Right.
And it's D3 damage because you didn't roll a 6.
D3 damage.
Is the 3. And then you roll again, and on a 4 more,
That's right.
I get a headshot. So that's 4 mortal wounds. And then on a 4 or
5.
more, sorry, now, it's 3. No. So he's took 4 mortal wounds.
And I'm going to do the stratagem,
4
fire him
wounds.
again.
Yeah, but he's got to shoot at a different target this time. Right, so he's going to shoot again. Who's he shooting at this time?
The other Vindicare.
Oh, he's going for the other one, yeah, nice.
I can't do any more rerolls now.
Hits on a 2. He has hit, he will wound on a 2. He has wounded again, so it's D3 damage. It's a 2, and then you're looking for a 3 up. Yeah. And then a 4 up. Yeah, and then a 5 up. No, so that's 4. So both my assassins are down to 1 wound.
Yeah, that's not...
Whew, that was a horrible first turn to take, but that is the end of turn 1.
And I've got 4 command points.
Dave's spent so many command points, he's down to 4, and he's looking pretty though to... Well, he hasn't got any of the... He's defending 2, and he has mastered a psychic power, so he will get 2 at the minute, 2 of the river cards, but he's not behind enemy lines. You've got 1 power off. Yeah, actually you got 2. So you'll be looking for a point for that, and he's starting to defend 2. And for his cards, it was secure 1, which he hasn't got, which will be down here,
and defend 6.
Defend 6, which he started to do because it's the other side of the building. So we'll go into Space Marine turn 1, and God, we've got some work to do here. We've got some work to do. Yeah. So we'll just point out we did some morale checks off camera. These guys are fine. I think I rolled a 4. When that +1 leadership, the lost 4 is 8. These guys didn't lead 1 because the leadership 9. So we've moved with everything. Yeah, I'm looking at it. So this tank's moved up to deny Dave. He's defend on 6.
Yeah.
We're going to be 1 apiece. This squad just stayed still. These guys, just a couple of guys down just to make sure I get that number 3. I cannot really do much about objective 2 just yet. So I'm just going to stay still where I am. I got some guns from here that can shoot over there, I think. Yeah, so the little Storm Talons assault cannons are on range down there to maybe strip off them Marines. Because if I can get the Marines dead and the Librarian's still there, he's outside of the 3. Yeah. So I think that's about it really. So we're going to go into the Psychic phase. And we're going to start... Oh, hang on. Sorry, I didn't move my other Psychic. I'll finish moving him before the phase is over. So this guy's just moved down to here. So we're going to start, like, Chief Librarian Tigerius is under there. He's going to start with Null Zone, because I need this one to go off on an 8, and he can reroll his failed.
5, 6, 7.
It goes off on a 9.
Can't do anything about it.
Dave's out of range at deny. His second power I'm going to go for is Smite on the big fella. Goes off on a 6. He said you've got no one within range, have you? So
D3.
D3 mortal wounds. It's the full 3.
Nice.
So he's down to 23.
I'll keep it.
23 on the big guy. So this guy hasn't got anything within range of his Smite. Actually, I'll maybe see your Styrix through a window. We'll have a look. But he's going to attempt Mighty Heroes on Guilliman first. That goes off as well on a 10. Again, I don't think you're in deny range for this guy here. So he does have line of sight on the is it Styrix or Styrix? Styrix.
Well, I think it is.
Well, we'll go for what Dave says. It's his model. So we're looking for a Smite. He is in within range. It's a 10. Oh, I would have loved for that to be an 11. So it's D3 mortal wounds on him. It's a start. It's 3 again. I'll take that. That's a good psychic phase. He's best I could have done.
21.
Right, the shooting phase. We're going to start with my assassin against your assassin. So actually I need to measure to see if he's within 12 of Guilliman. Yeah, so she, because that one's a she, is within 12, so she'll get a reroll 1s, so I'll be hitting on a 2. It is a hit.
Who are you shooting, sorry?
Your assassin, your sniper. So a wound on a 2. Yeah. It is a wound. Again, it's the same situation as mine, no save.
Exactly the same.
It wasn't a D6 for a wound roll, so it's a D3 damage.
1.
Just a 1, and then it'll be a 3 up. Yep, a 4 up. No. So you've took 2 mortal wounds.
I think the other one is finishing. He's down to 3.
Yeah. Sorry. And then, yeah, my next assassin, who is also within 12 of Guilliman, is going for the same target. That's happened by...
Are you sure he is?
I'll measure up. I'm pretty sure he is. He's just out. He's like 12 and a tiny bit, but he's out.
Because I was thinking Mike is still in just...
Yeah, because he was out. Yeah. So looking for 2 for this one. It's a hit. I need that on a wound roll here. It is a wound though. So again, on a 3 up for headshot. Yep. 4 up for headshot. Yep, he's dead.
Gone.
That's him dead. So I'm going to use the assassin stratagem where I've killed a character.
Shoot another one.
Well, no.
Well, you get a command point back here.
I'll get 2 command points because he's not your warlord.
It costs 1.
So it costs us 1. So I've basically got a command point back for free. So I'm on 13 and I'm going to use that command point straight away to shoot your Psyker. Who is... Now, which one? Yeah, I'm just wondering if that one... Yeah, that's the only one I can see. So it'll be a 2. It does hit. It'll be a 2 to wound. It does wound. It's a 6. You will get, it'll be, but you will get a save in there because it's -3, isn't it? Yes,
yeah.
-3, so you'll be on a 6 up, but a 5 up because you're in cover.
Negative.
Nope. Are you command pointing it?
Nah.
So it's D6 damage on the Seeker for 2. I'm gonna command point that. So that's a 3. And he's got 4 wounds. So on a 3 up, he's dead. Yeah, dead, headshotted.
Yeah.
So it's a different target. So do I get that command point back with Guilliman? Because I haven't got one back yet. I don't. So I'm actually down to 11 command points, but I'll take that. It's good work from the 2 assassins. This guy is going to go into these guys with 2 shots. I've got to try and get rid of them because they're defending that card. So I know they're going to get 2 up armor, but I think every little helps. So we've got 1 hit. We don't wound either. That's good. Fantastic. Right.
Sniper.
That was him. He's not set his bolter yet. Right, I'm going to start with this one. So we're going twin las, missiles and multi-melters into the big fella. And then we're going hurricane bolters into this squad down here.
Right, will I rotate iron shields?
You can waste a command point if you want to because he's not getting an invuln because he's within range of the null zone.
Forget it, yeah.
So, being friendly, I'll tell you that it would be a waste of command points. But, right, so we'll get a load we'll do the hurricane bolters off camera because it's going to be a load of shots. But we'll do the twin melters. We're hitting on 3s because we've got power of the machine spirit, re-rolling because Guilliman's there. So we've got our 2 hits. We're running on 4s, re-rolling because Guilliman's there, and we're Ultramarines. So we've got 1 wound from the melter guns. So that's at -4.
So can't stop it.
So there'll be no save on that. We'll keep that one there. Then we've got
smelter.
We've got 2 dice pick the highest, 6.
That'll do.
So that'll knock them down to 17. We've got the 2 las cannons. We've got 1 hit. And we're looking for a 3 with a las cannon. Re-rolling because Guilliman's there. It is a wound at -3. So you get a 6 up.
Nope.
Nope. So it's D6. That's 4.
4.
So he's 2 missile launchers as well. He'll be hitting. These are heavies, but he's got power of the machine spirit, like we said. So he's got 2 hits. That's good. And we're looking for 4s to wound with these because they're strength 8. Re-rolling because Guilliman's within 6. That's just 1. I think they're -3 flat 3. I'll double check that. Yeah, so -3, so 6 up.
Negative.
No, so it's another 3.
Down to 10.
Right, so he's managed to knock the big guy down to 10 wounds. And then with these hurricane bolters, obviously you get the rapid fire full lot with the bolter drill. He's within range of Guilliman, and we've got this many wounds. We've got a load of hits. I think we've got 20 out of 24 hits or something like that. So how many does it? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15 wounds. Looking for 3 ups from the Marines. Hope we can take some out. That'll take the squad.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, so that's first strike each. So both got first strike. That was important because they were going to be potentially coming around to get stuff. Right, we'll move into the other things now. So this guy is going to put his... With all the knights are T8 anyway, so we're going to put all the guns into the big fella. Why not? Why not? So we'll do the stone bolters on later.
That null zone's done us right in.
Null zone, I needed it to go off. So we can reroll because Guilliman's there and I'm -1 because I moved. So we hit on 4s and they both hit. Looking for 3s rerolling, that's 2 at -3. Both fail, so it's 2d6 damage.
7.
7 knocks him down to 3, doesn't it?
Yep.
Whoa, these are putting in some work against that big... If he dies, though, everything around him's going to die, pretty much on my side anyway. If you got a strat that makes your auto blow up.
Don't want to do that with me 2 knights next to us. Don't think so.
You take all these out, I've got nothing left to kill a knight. But anyway, no, I'm happy with that. That's going a lot better than I thought. And like I said, cheekily, this guy was, what did we say, 7.5 inches out for a charge. And the knight can't see him. So it all comes down to it. I potentially can get Guilliman in as well. But like I said, I think Guilliman's literally got this turn. If this thing stays alive, he's dead next turn with that missile or the sniper. They both had to go.
I thought he was going to go quick. That's why I spent all the stratagems.
Well, you did absolutely the right thing. You just, like you said, your shooting wasn't that good, but everything we talked about is I needed all my units alive to be able to, because the more stuff May goes down, the less I can deal with a knight.
Yeah.
So, these guys are in range of this squad, which is probably where they're going to shoot their assault cannons and then go missiles into the knights and stuff like that in the hope that I can whittle them down and keep getting them and stuff like that. But because otherwise these should be blocking units for these guys, so they can't come, they'll have to go around. So there's a chance, it is hard. I'm not going to deny it's hard work, this, but anyway, it's just, I think it's fun. That's what I mean, the flyer unit's my sort of ace card in this game. If it works, it's great. If it's not, you've got the firepower to take them out the sky anyway. But we've got a few units left that can still shoot. We've got these guys down here with a bolter's heavy bolter can maybe be in range of that Marine squad down there or shoot through the window at the night. I'm just going to have to see. Oh, we've got the Storm Bolter still, haven't we? So we'll do a Storm Bolter. Hitting on 3s. I think I've got a miss there, so we'll re-roll that.
Nope.
3 hits. And we're looking for 6s re-rolling. So nothing. Come on, Storm Bolter, you can do it. No wounds from the Storm Bolter. Right, so this guy is going to put his assault cannons into these guys.
Yep.
And he's going to put his missiles into the big knight.
Yep.
So 12 shots with a twin assault cannon, re-rolling. Any failed misses. I do get strafe and run, but I've moved, so I'll be hitting you on 3s. Because it would be 3s normally, down to 2s with strafe and run up to 3s because it's heavy. And then I can re-roll the misses, so we've got that many hits. We've got 3s to wound. Re-rolling, because Guilliman's there. Like I said, he's my ace card for as long as I can keep him alive. So you've got 7 saves of a 3 up because you're in cover. -1 from the assault cannon.
7.
Yeah. Let's see if Dave gets these guys. I'm looking to kill them all. Oh, just 1. It's not good enough. I think I need more than that. And then we've got the 2 missiles, which both hit. We're looking for 4s. We can re-roll the field. Oh, we've got our 2 crack missiles. Oh, -2 though. He's got a decent armour against this.
It's on the knight.
This is on the big guy.
Saves 1.
Oh, 1 goes through. It's D6 damage. How many wounds you got left?
3.
It's the 4. He's gone.
I rolled 2 dice, don't I?
And if any are 6s, it's bad news.
Yeah.
That's the death of a knight. Whew, that felt like really hard work, that, Dave. To be fair, that only happened because null zone went off.
Null zone,
let's
definitely.
be fair. So this guy is going to go with his twin assault cannons down here again. And I'm going to go for the missiles. I'm going to make a start on this guy. So are you rotating ion shields?
The blue boy
in blue?
No, I'm not for 2 missiles.
Going to keep it. Oh, this is your failed mistake. 12 damage coming up. So we'll do the assault cannons off camera. It's going to be 12 shots. Again, same as before. Hitting on 2s. 3s normally. 2s because of strafe and run. Back up to 3s because it's heavy. Re-rolling because of Guilliman. Wounding on 3s. But we'll do the missiles on camera because these are what Dave wants to see. Oh, 2 hits. 4s to wound re-rolling. Come on, Guilliman. Help me, man.
1.
Just 1 at -2.
Go through.
Goes through, so it's D6. I'll take that. 5.
5.
To be fair, I wasn't expecting 12 damage, but I'll take 5. I think that's pretty good.
Down
And then we'll do
19
some
now.
shots on the Marines as well. So we've just rolled up 7 wounds, just to save a bit of time. 7 wounds on these guys, so you'll be on a 3 up again because you're in cover. Come on, Dave, you need a bad roll here. So you'll be on 3 ups because you're in the cover.
Oh, 3.
3, yeah, 3 dead. Leaves 1 guy left. That will be a morale check. I need you to fail that or you're going to score some
Do you want to do it
points.
now? You got anything else?
No, you got a guy left alive still.
1 more, yeah.
Well, wait there because I might be able to shoot him.
Right.
Depends where you leave it because I've still got Devastator squads and stuff to fire.
It's got to be that one.
So we've got a heavy bolter down here. Heavy bolter from this squad can draw line of sight to that Styrix, but let's be fair, it's not going to do anything there. So we're going to go against the Marine squad in the cover. We've got 1 hit, and we're looking for a 3 to wound. It is a wound, so a 3 up. In the Devastator squad, I'm going to use a stratagem for the Hellfire Shell and the Cherub to fire it twice.
Yeah.
The Captain's not going to fire, so I'll be adding a +1 to my hit roll. I'm going to go against the big guy here. You know, they'll not be within 12 of Guilliman, will they? So,
Hitting on 2s.
do you want us to roll them both at the same time?
Yeah,
we're just rolling at the same time. See, yeah, hitting on 2s.
Both hit.
So they both hit, so they're 2d3
2d3.
mortal wounds.
I might, before you do it, because actually, when do I do it?
Is this Armour of Contempt?
Let's
Yeah,
just
so
go.
it's not called Armour of Contempt, it's a stratagem. I'm letting Dave find it. So anyway, we'll roll the mortal wounds. Yeah, it'll be 5 mortal wounds. And we'll roll to see actually if Guilliman gets us that command point back. No, he doesn't. Yeah, so he is going to use the strat for a command point, which will drop him down to 3. So he's got 5 dice, and on any 5 ups, he'll ignore the wounds. So he's got 1 back, so he's took 4. So I think that's it.
Yeah.
And I don't think I want to risk any charges now because everything's... You know what? I'm more than happy with that. That went a lot better than I thought. And I'll tell you why, because these are all still flying.
Yeah.
And I had a big hoo-ha, didn't I, of whether I dropped the front one and moved it in so I could eat some Overwatch. And then we realised I had this guy as a potential sneaky charge. But why that's really important is just by the way things are positioned. I wasn't expecting the big guy to die. I was expecting him to have a few wounds left.
Yeah, I thought we would have...
Means these guys here are safe because these knights can get round this way to them.
Block them, yeah.
And, you know, it's a hell of a way to get round here. They're blocked out by these characters and this guy. And we're just saying the ability to snipe out Guilliman's now gone. The shield missiles are gone on the big guy. and the Vindicare's gone, so I will have him potentially alive for my next turn, unless everything around here blows up, which could happen, and mortal wound everybody to death. That's really bad for me if that happens. But with that,
victory points.
It's just a morale check for you down here, because you lost 4. So, he's good. So he's going to score you. He's going to score you. So for me, assassinate. I did kill
characters.
I killed 2, because you're Knight and the Librarian. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah. And, so the Vindicare.
Oh, 3. So I get you. Whoa, good. D3 for me.
Yeah.
And you didn't kill a character. So D3. Well, that's my card anyway. Just the 1. So 1 point for assassinate, and I do, of course, get secure 3, which is one of the scouts. So that's 2 points.
Both got Master of the Warp. You got it on
I get D3 for Master of the Warp. Oh, just 1. So that's 3 points for me and 1 for you.
Defend and secure 1.
You will defend 2. So that's 3 apiece.
Yeah.
We both got first strikes, 4 apiece.
Where's 2?
2's right in front of where your Marine's standing, which is why I needed him to fail. So that's 4 points apiece. Nobody's got behind enemy lines.
Nope. I think you get on first turn anyway.
Yeah. And you don't get secure 1.
No, it's the other one on line.
And you go and get defend 6 because your Knight died. So it's 4 points each. I think that actually reflects pretty well what happened.
Yeah.
4 points apiece. So we'll draw some cards and go into turn 2.
All these are white.
Turn 2, and these cards are not very good for the Ultramarines. We'll go over why in a second. So Dave's got defend 1 and secure 4. I've got secure 4 and psychological warfare, which, let's be fair, he can't fail a morale check. There's only 1 Marine squad I could potentially get psychological warfare on. And objective 4 is right where that Marine squad is, right down in the corner, and the Librarian. Then on the river cards, we've also got secure 4. We've got Witch Hunter, which is doable on both sides. Both got Psycho still, and secure 5. So potentially, objective 4 is worth 2 points to Dave for just securing it at the end of the battle round. I've got it, which means I've got to try and get bodies over there. And you know what's really weird? I was debating running a scout squad over before, because I thought about line breaker and having to get stuff. Oh, I wish I had. But to be fair, I needed the well, they didn't shoot. I needed them to just be there and not be an easy target for your Knights.
This is turn 2 and it's going to be make or break, yeah?
I think so, and I don't know where objective 5 is. The only one I can't see is under that Knight. So that's secure that. So your Knight, if he does, or if he stays within 3, that is going to get it. Dave's done a load of pre-measuring, and these bases don't fit through here, so he's figured out he's got to kill this guy in the shooting phase. He can't charge him because he's still flying.
Kill all 3, and
he's got to kill that one, and he might be able to fit through.
I get add 2 to me.
You do. So the charge distance, if they go down, like I said to Dave, if they go down, someone's bound to blow up. I might not have anything left alive to charge. But very interesting phase this. So Dave hasn't got much left. I haven't got much left. Let's move into his movement.
Styrix is on 21.
That was a quick movement phase.
Yeah.
So this guy's basically just remained hidden, which means, you know, if I want to draw a line of sight to him, I'm going to have to do some work. There's a potential scout up there can get down and see through this window maybe, but I'm going to have to work for it. The sight that Dave is aware that Witch Hunter is a card, but this guy's moved within 18 of the Vindicare.
Snap his axe off.
Snapped his axe on the way out, but he wants to take out the threat before the threat takes him out. And these guys just remain still because at objective 4, why would you move? You know what I mean? It's there's a couple of points, so...
And turn 2, it all depends on
we'll go around.
Kill all them and charge.
So the Styrix, or how do you pronounce it? Styrix can heal on a 5 up, he can heal a wound, and he did. They've got a wound back, so he's on 22. And this guy's still on 15, and they've moved, basically he moved through, this guy moved around.
It didn't advance, even though that's the thing, so
yeah,
they can charge.
It didn't, well, there wasn't room, there's no need, was there? They had enough room to get in, so Dave's really got to put some work in. They're going to the psychic phase first anyway, but these guys want to clear out this flyer screen, which, like I said at the start, I think that was my trump card against the Knights, but once they go, like, I have to either zip past your next turn or drop into hover, and I don't fancy doing either. So...
Right, so I'm going to do Fury of the Ancients, 3d6, like a beam attack.
Oh, yeah.
Warp charge 7.
Yeah. No, where you command point it, you've got 3 left, haven't you?
I need them.
He needs them, he says.
No, not.
I do have both my psychers in deny, which is potentially 3 denies.
Anyway. That's the right thing to do. Right, and he's going to smite your...
Actually,
Vindicare.
Here's a question. Is he actually closer, or is it the little flyer? We'll have to measure, because that might... Will that change what you want to do as a power? So this guy is closer for the smite, so he's going to go for his Psychic Scourge. 6 goes off. I'm going to attempt to deny with Tigerius, because I don't think any of them are within...
You add 1 to his thing?
I don't think you're within range. We'll measure it up if it matters. It's a 7. It's denied.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Well, that was useful. Right, shooting.
I needed that. I needed to lock you down, because now That's the guy that could potentially help take him out. Well, there's two, but I might have a feeling I might have to use the other ones just on Marine squads. So Dave's got to think about what he's going to go with. He's shooting here.
Well, the Marines over there are shooting the Vindicare.
Yeah. So they'll be hitting on 5s, yeah. One guy can re-roll a failed hit, one guy can re-roll a failed wound.
Killed any of them, have they?
No, you've got a full squad. I missed with a heavy bolter.
Right.
Yeah.
Hitting on
5s. It's decent, 3 hits.
3.
And you'd be wounding on 4s. You can re-roll one of those and a hit. Yeah.
And I'll re-roll one of them.
Yeah. So you do get a wound, it's all that matters. 4 up in run.
Get out.
I'm going to command point it. Do I need to? Yeah.
Get out.
He's dead. Does Guilliman get the command point back? No. Guilliman's done nothing.
Oh, yeah.
Right, we're going to have to do that again because this guy is actually closer again still.
Right,
you can re-roll the stuff because you don't hit on 5s, you'll be hitting on 4s,
yeah,
-1.
The Librarian has the same Blister skill, doesn't he?
He does, yeah.
I'll just put him in as well then.
So what we're going to do, obviously I didn't use the command point. Couldn't play it properly, no cheating.
Librarian at him.
Yeah, so the Librarian's still within rapid fire range, so he's getting his 2 dice.
Yeah.
So all going at the flyer, hitting on 4s. Actually, you can re-roll 2 of them. You should have done them separately because the Librarian's a separate unit.
I'll just do Librarian separately again, eh?
Yeah.
Right. So that's the Librarian.
Yeah. So the Librarian's hit once, but he can re-roll. He can't re-roll the 3 because it's not a miss.
Did not miss.
Yeah.
I'll re-roll one of them once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there was another hit in there. There was a 4.
There is.
Yeah. So then these will wound on 5s, and you get to re-roll 1. And the Librarian on a 5, and he can re-roll. Yeah. 2. So 2 saves of a 3. It's dropped the wound, so it goes down to, I think he's on 6, down to 5.
Yeah.
Right, Dave's just pulled this, hatches open, the missile pops out. He forgot it's on his list. He forgot to model it on because he likes putting the flag on this guy, so he's going to have some extra missile support this turn.
It's just the Iron Storm one, it's
the strength 5, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's still decent. Unfortunately, you forgot to use it last turn, but
I don't know what matters, like in the scheme of actually what matters, you know.
So
right.
This guy,
I'm going to go with the Styrix first.
Okay, so we're going down here.
He's going to do his Graviton Crusher.
Yeah.
Against, they're all flying, aren't they?
Yeah, they're all still in the sky.
And it's -2 to hit.
-2. I put this guy as the minus with, I don't know if I covered that on camera. We did say it at the start of the shooting phase again. I made this guy -2. And the reason I did that, this phase is because he's the guy blocking. Ultimately, the base is getting through to the 2 characters. And I think Dave's going to want to target him this turn anyway.
Well, he's going to do his Flamer Rad Cleanser against that one, so it'll automatically hit. Yeah,
because I still think you're definitely within 8. So Rad Cleanser.
And he's going to do his Volkite against this one.
The guy on 5, yeah.
And he'll just split it all up. The Graviton Crusher against this one.
Yeah, splitting fire always works.
All in Rad Cleanser, 2d6 auto hitting.
So you've got 6 hits.
Not long enough. I've just lost the game on that.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
I don't know what the strength is.
That's not very good.
What is the strength?
It automatically wounds on a 3 except against vehicles, which is on a 6.
Oh, right, okay. So it's more like an infantry one. So it does get a wound.
Just the 1.
What's the AP?
Nothing.
Nothing. So we're looking for a 3 up. It does go through. Is it
3 damage?
See, it's decent.
Graviton Crusher, which is heavy D3.
So that's coming against the 5 wound one, wasn't it?
Ooh, 3.
Yeah.
No, I think the Graviton Crusher was against.
Oh yeah, sorry, that one, yeah.
Yeah.
So he's hitting on 4s, isn't he?
Hitting on 4s.
Yeah, so 2 hits.
And
that looks like 2 wounds, definitely. So it is 2 wounds, strength 6 at -2, 2 damage each. So we're looking for 5s. We save 1, so we drop down to 1 wound.
It's 3 damage if the armour save is 3 or better.
So it's 3 damage, so he's gone. So he's failed 1. Right, knowing that, have I used the command point yet in the shooting phase? In your shooting phase? I haven't, because the assassin wasn't viable, was it? So I'm going to try and keep this guy alive, because that'll get you a charge, even though you can't attack it. Do I need to keep this guy alive? I'm more scared he'll blow up. Keep him on a wound. Oh. Right, I'm going to try and... Oh... I'm going to try and keep it in, just because if it because then if it blows, it might kill everybody. You know what? I'm going to let it die, and I'm going to roll it, see if it blows up. No, it doesn't. And I wouldn't have saved anyway. So does Guilliman get his command point back? He doesn't, so he's still done nothing, apart from helping us kill knights.
Kite.
Volkite, so it's 5 shots.
Heavy 5. Hitting on 4s.
Hitting on 4s, that's good. That's 4
That's
hits.
good.
Was 6s something extra when you said?
When you make a wound roll.
Okay, so it's strength 8, so you're looking for 3s.
Oh, mate.
Just 1. Are you command pointing any of those?
I'm going to have to.
Yeah.
Oh,
And that is the 6, which is the special thingy.
So, hang on, let's just see. Scores an additional automatic hit.
So the 6 there, is that on the wound roll?
Yeah, which is resolved after the introduction. So I need to do another wound roll for that, don't I?
Yeah, so he's got an auto hit with a wound roll of a 6, which is a wound on a 3. So it doesn't generate
not generate
extras.
another one, yeah. So it's
So
3
you've
now.
got 3 at -3, so looking for 6 ups, yeah? He doesn't save any, and these are 3 damage anyway, aren't they?
No. These are D6.
He's got a chance, so Dave's used his
3.
command reroll.
3.
He needs to roll 5 or more in 3 days. Oh, he's got him. So does he blow up? I haven't used my command reroll yet. He doesn't. I think I'll keep that because I've got a lot of characters equally within 6. Right, Dave thinks this is all or nothing. This guy has got to down this to be able to get any of these knights into combat down here. I'll be honest with you, I think if you down this, you know, it's going to swing it massively back in your favour. The only thing keeping it in my favour at the minute is the fact that this is literally blocking you off, and he's got good guns. If I can keep him alive for a turn and get Null Zone off again, I think I could get another knight down. I don't think you've had it. You've still got another knight.
We'll see what happens.
I've only got this as big firepower though.
So it's going to be everything he's got at that.
So he's not degraded enough yet to get his ballistic skill down. So he's hitting on 3s, but he is -2 for this now. -1 because it's flying, -1 because Chief Librarian upgraded it. So you're hitting on 5s.
It's an Iron Storm, the Stubber, and Endless Fury.
Right. So we're doing the Endless Fury first.
Endless Fury.
Hitting on 5s and 6s. There's a double hit.
There's 1, 2.
2. So that's 4 hits.
So I'll just count them as extras.
Yeah, put them in. And then there's 2 5s there as well. So that's 6 hits.
That's it.
Yeah, 6 hits.
Kind of it.
That -2 has massively helped us out. And then I think your strength 6, so it's 5
Strength
strength
6, yeah. 1,
That's
2,
3
3.
wounds. At -2, if I remember his profile correctly.
Yes.
So, we've saved 2 as well. And it's 2 damage flat though, isn't it?
That's right, 2.
So it knocks us down to 13. He's got 2 shots from his missile with a hit, and it's strength 5, I believe. So he'd be on 5s.
Yeah.
No.
Failed. Game
And
over.
then he's stubber. It's not game over, look, you're giving up because you didn't kill something.
Oh, wound off the Stubber.
Yeah. So we're looking for a 3 up. I always drop wounds off the rubbish
always a
guns.
Stubber, yeah.
So we're down to thingy, and I think...
I cannot charge again.
Yeah, I think he's blocked you off, but unless I fly him backwards, I'm debating now my whole army moving backwards and doing the same again, but I literally cannot. He's going to have to do something. Dave's going to have a look, see if there's any shenanigans. I don't think there is. I think he's literally...
Get within an inch. Could I get a curve in here? Within an inch? I don't know.
Well, I'd say you could definitely sort of maybes, I don't know. A lot of careful measuring there and looking around. Obviously, you can step over that little bit of the wall, but it's really, again, I'd like to call it tactical genius, but it wasn't really. It's just where he goes. Oh, Dave's thinking about it again.
I can go through the wall, can I?
Only infantry can go through walls.
No, I'm still get within an inch of you.
Yeah, only infantry can go through the walls. You're going to get stopped by the sort of...
But I don't have to move through the wall, do I? I just have to get within an inch.
No, but that floor's going to stop you, isn't it? Look, that floor's like...
I don't think I will for the base.
Yeah, the ladder placed by the Imperium has saved the day. We've literally tried everything, like sliding it under just to see if they can get within an inch of the tank, and literally that ladder has saved the day. It would have been very, very marginal anyway, here or there, I think, but that's... Yeah, that was so close. Because it was maybe's a little thingy on the tank. Could you wrap around?
It would be a 12-inch charge.
Well, technically I'm within 12 because you don't measure that way around.
I might as well try it, mightn't I?
And it's, like you said, it's the only thing... Do you add 2 to your charge
Yes,
instance?
I might as well try it.
And what is the distance? Well, he's within 12, but I don't know what...
It would be 12 plus me 2 kind of thing, you know? So it'd be like 14 inches max.
So is that what you can go?
Yeah.
So you'd need to roll a double 6?
Yeah. Is that within an inch?
That will get you within an inch where the tape measure was, yeah? So you need a double 6 on it. I'll tell you what, roll for it and we'll see if we'll do some Overwatch if it goes through.
Nah.
Oh, you've got 2 command points. You've got to use one now. If ever there was a time. Because otherwise you do nothing for the rest of this turn.
I'm just going to have to triple measure this now. Yeah.
Dave has hummed and hawed this and he's not going to go for it.
Right.
Just roll a dice, Dave. Want to add teas to you? Oh, that would have burned you. You would have cried and wept. So we'll do some Overwatch. Looking for 6s off the thingy. Re-rolling for Guilliman. So we've got a las cannon hit. We'll wound on a 3. It is a wound. He's got a 4 up in one, I think, hasn't he?
Yes, he does.
And he's not within 6 of Chief Librarian Tigerius, so he's past his end one. We'll do the Stormbolter. I don't think it's going to do anything. No. 1. Rerolling. Oh, a wound off a Stormbolter. Oh, I thought that was going to sneak in. So you're sure that's the end of your phase? It's still he's still looking pretty good for scoring points, to be fair.
I can't, there's not a lot on charge.
But I have to, this turn, I have to do some serious damage. And if, I'll be honest with you, if Null Zone doesn't go off for me, I'm in a similar situation to you. It's going to be bad news, I think.
What have we got to hit each other with, sort of thing?
Yeah, because it's, like I said, didn't I? I've lost now 4 missiles, 12, 24 assault cannons. He's not degraded yet, no, soon, but not yet. Right, pivotal movement phase, I think because I have to be efficient in this turn. Because whatever's left alive is going to muller me next turn. So I think this, I hope, if I have a good turn here, obviously I think objective 4 is going to be pivotal because you're going to get points for it and I need to really thin you out on the points. So the Devastator squad have stayed still, as has this Assassin. I know they can move and stuff like that, but there's just nowhere good for them to move at the minute. They're within 12 of Guilliman. I was debating jumping the Devastators down for the extra hit and stuff, but I'm just going to leave them where they are. This guy stayed still again. I debated bringing him down, but didn't bother. Tigerius has moved to within 6 of both these guys. Potential for Null Zone to go off. The tanks moved round to get within distance of that, but maybe he's a cheeky charge to eat the Overwatch on this guy if I have to. Guilliman's moved up. See, we forgot to shoot him last turn, but never mind. The big bird stayed in the air, zipped over. Luckily, it's still on its full profile, so it's 3s to hit this turn. And obviously looking to do some work against these guys that are scoring a lot of points. And it can also see with the Hurricane Bolters and stuff, this guy. The Librarians moved up again to be just out of line of sight of this guy, but through this bottom window, you can this isn't visible for stuff like Smite, but this guy will be, so you can help out here. These scouts got down and moved out. They're just out of bolter range of the guys down here. But, you know, I've got to do something, don't I? So, and these guys have moved up. They're now within bolter range. They did move. And the heavy bolter's in range as well. Obviously, I can't target this guy because the Styrix is still the closest unit, even though I can't see it. Honestly, it's so close, isn't it? It's so brutal, but it's so close.
Throw some shots.
So I think the first Psychic Power's got to be Null Zone. We've got to try and get Null Zone off. No, he can reroll failed. I'm just going to go for the reroll, the full reroll. Oh, and I can't reroll a reroll, so Null Zone doesn't go off. Right, then in that case...
massively powerful thing.
So how many wounds is he on now? 12?
He is on 12.
And he's on 15. But he's got the 2 defend. Right, his second power then, I'm going to smite him.
Right, hang on. What point do I see the psychic powers? It's after you do it, isn't it?
Yeah, it's when you take a mortal wound, you can use your strat. So, smite does go off on a 9. Are you going to use the...
What else have you got to come? You've got another smite.
I've got another... I can't smite with him because you can't see him. But he's probably likely to smite this guy and do Mighty Heroes.
Go on.
Go for it. D3. It's 2. 2 mortal wounds, knock him down to 10. So we'll go over this guy and do his smite.
It's on the Styrix, yeah?
Yeah. 5 won't go, so I'm going to have to command point that one. It's a 5 again, doesn't go. Does Guilliman get my command point back? He does this time, right, so I don't spend it. And I'm going to do Mighty Heroes on Guilliman, which doesn't go off. So from having an epic, this is going to make a big difference, I think. Having an epic psychic phase to
I'm hanging on.
A duff one, it hasn't worked. So, right, into the shooty McShooty phase then. Right, first thing I'm going to do is this guy is going to take a shot at the Librarian in the open, because Witch Hunter's a card, isn't it? So we're looking for a 2. Reroll 1s because Guilliman's within 12. We're looking for a 2 to wound because you're infantry. I have to command point it. So it does wound. So you've got a 6 up save in the open.
Nope.
No, it doesn't make it. So it's D3 damage for the 1. And then we're looking for a 3 up. Then we're looking for a 4 up. And then we're looking for a 5 up for a kill. That was a 4-5. No, he's alive on a wound. And then I'm going to use the strat to shoot a second target.
Yeah.
But I'm going to pick the Styrix and I'm going to use the other strat to make the shot the
Turbo Penetrator.
That's it. So that's 2 command points. Will knock me down to 6 command points. And we're looking for a 2.
Where is that strat?
It has hit. And it's D3 mortal wounds, just the 1. So this guy is going to shoot down at the character. So we're looking for 2s. He has hit 2s. He has wounded. You've got a 6-up save on the Librarian, or he's a dead man. He's gone. He's gone. So I'll use that strat for a command point again to get 2 command points. So I'm back up to 7. You see how the efficiencies of the assassins can come in. I always love using these guys in pairs or 3s. And I think that strat with being able to shoot, then pick a different target, then the second guy can pick the same character target. So you can double up. You can even triple up. And then, yeah, I think it's really good. I think the assassins are really good now.
Good, yeah.
Right, we're going to go with this squad. So the sergeant isn't going to fire. And I'm going to make the heavy bolter use the stratagem for the Hellfire round, which will knock me down to 6 command points. And we're going to go against the Styrix. So, do we hit on a 2? We do hit. And it's D3 mortal wounds. Just 1 again.
Number 8.
Death by a million cuts. Down to 8.
3 mortal wounds he suffered, isn't it?
Yeah. Tigerius is going to throw a crack grenade. He has hit. He can reroll wounds because Guilliman's within 6. He has wounded. So it's a... Are you command pointing that?
To be honest, what have I got left?
2 you had, didn't you? 2 command points?
Nah, I can't.
No.
How much is it to intervene?
2.
Yeah, I need to leave it.
So it's D3. 2, so he causes 2 with his crack grenade, knocks you down to 6. Right. I'm going to have a good think now about the other units. Well, this guy's going to put his bolt shot down there.
Yeah.
Because that's all he can do. So he's looking for a 3. He's hit. Doesn't wound. Right, let's have a think, because there's this guy. That's going to put its storm bolters into the Marines. Actually, I'm going to go him last, because I need to go with this to measure for the melters. But basically, I think he'll end up going storm bolters in the Marines, because he'll still get his full 4 shots, because he's a tank. And the las cannons are obviously going to be at either of these targets. We've got the Marine squad down here, the Scout squad. They're going to go up into the Marines in the cover, with a heavy bolter and everything. So I'll have a think what I'm going to do with that Stormbird first. Actually, we'll do down here first. So we've got 4 normal guys. Oh, they all hit. Looking for 4s to wound. Got 1 wound. Then we've got the heavy bolter, which has hit twice because he moved. Got a 5 and a 6. And we've got 2 wounds at -1. So 1 on a 2 up and 2 on a 3 up.
1 and 2 up.
2 3 ups.
2 3 ups.
So that's a dead Marine so far. Just 1 dead Marine. I'll take that. I didn't expect to even do anything. Right, so Dave's saying, something's wrong here, I haven't rotated ion shields and I haven't shot him. I was just saying, I haven't shot you with a gun yet, that isn't mortal wounds. So this guy's going a Hurricane Bolter down here. He's going to go a Hurricane Bolter into that guy that's on 2. And I can't remember why. Did you have 2 now? I don't think you did. But you've definitely got 4. You know what? I'm going to put all the Hurricane Bolters down here.
Okay.
Sorry, all the Hurricane Bolters down here. I'm going to put the twin multi-melters here because they're within the 12 inches. And I'm going to put the missiles and the lasers down here. So are you rotating shields with anybody?
Say that again, sorry. Where's the las cannons going?
Las cannons and missiles are going in down here against the... What's he called?
Warden.
Warden, against the Warden, that's it. And the twin multi-melters going against the Styrix.
I'm going to rotate on the Styrix.
Because he'll go down to a 3 up in one, is that right? Yeah. Right, let's get some dice. We'll do these dice off camera because again it's going to be 24 shots and that kind of stuff. So 7 wounds down here with the Hurricane Bolters on 2 ups. I think they're all good. All good, yeah. I said they would be, didn't I? Or I expect to kill 1, maybe 2 if I did really lucky. Right, so we'll go for the twin multi-melters.
Ooh, big.
I'm going to CP one because the reason I'm doing that, I think I need them to do something. Missed. So I think Guilliman's got us my point back. I'll roll. He wouldn't do it anyway. Right. The twin las cannons, the guy that hasn't rotated his shields, we've got 1 hit there. And 2 missiles. They both hit. So we've got the missiles, a wound on a 4. Just 1. And the las cannon on a 3. Yeah, makes a difference not being next to Guilliman. So the missiles are -3.
So it's 5 up invulnerable. Nope.
No. So that's 3 damage, and the las cannon will be the same. No.
If I'd rotate on him.
He commanded. Well, that's why I fired it both, so you had to choose. I think that's another good tactic.
Yeah,
pick both with a gun. So it's D6 plus 3 on that guy. It's 2, so 5. 5 knocks him down. So because he didn't rotate, I'm going to go double las into him as well from that.
From the...
Yeah, and the Storm Bolter's down here. So the Storm Bolter's, he's within range of Guilliman. So we've got 3 hits. We're looking for 4s re-rolling. 3. So 3 2-ups on the Marine and cover. I
1.
get 1. Guessing you probably take one of these guys because so you stay within range of 4. So that Dave remove that, and then we've got the 2 lads. He moved, so he's looking for 4s.
Yeah, you've already re-rolled on it.
Yeah, but I can't re-roll that because it would just be a -1. It's not his ballistic skill, so he's missed with the 2 lads. He's missed. There's a lot of hard work to be done, and I think that's Guilliman.
Yeah, it's Wolfstone.
So how many? He's on 10 wounds, and how many is this guy on?
10 and 6.
And it's 2 damage a time. I'm going to go against the knight in front.
The
What?
Warden?
Yeah, because it's -2 on his gun. He'd be on a 4-up or a 5-up. What would he be on for his saves?
He is on a 5-up invulnerable. He doesn't have any...
Yeah, so he's like 3-up normal. We'll go to 5. He'd get a much better save. I'm going to go against him. See if we can strip some wounds off him. So Guilliman hits on a 2 re-rolling because you're in rapid fire range. Be winning on a 5 re-rolling. Oh, that's all right.
3.
4. So 4 at -2 is 2 damage each. Oops. 2.
3.
3. So he's took 6 damage. He's down to 4 wounds. It's not bad from Guilliman. Oh, Dave, this is so scary. Right.
Oh, I think you've got it.
Well, I hope so. And we're going to go into the charge phase. And I'm going to start with the Razorback, sorry.
Razorback.
So the Razorback's going in. It's definitely in. I'm just going to pivot it if it survives the Overwatch like that. So it's within an inch and still within 3 inches there.
Nice.
So we'll let Dave do his Overwatch and see if he survives, because then Guilliman's going in. And Dave's cursing us because when I did it, I made sure that this guy was just out of 3 inches for a heroic intervention, and Guilliman got a 9 and he's come in there. As you can see, 2 solid hits off this gun, actually 2 6s and loads of hits. He only caused 4 damage. I think it was 3 or 4 and I made 2 saves or something like that anyway, but he only took 4 damage. So we're in combat. This guy's going to charge the Styrix because he can't see it.
Yeah.
I'm going to go nuts and go for it. Yeah, that's enough. 9, definitely.
Yeah,
the other way. So the Librarian's in. I'm going to try and let you stomp him because I'm definitely starting with Guilliman while he's alive. So Guilliman, I'm going to start down here. He's got 6 attacks. I didn't get Might of Heroes or anything like that off this turn. And he's wielding the Emperor's sword. So we're going to use that I think, rather than the Hand of Dominion. So we're hitting on 2s, re-rolling. So they all hit. Then the Emperor's sword only takes him to strength 8 only. So we're wounding on 4s. But we're re-rolling because we're Guilliman. Any wound roll of a 6, there's D3 mortal wounds in addition. So we've got D3 mortal wounds. It's 1, so that'll knock him down to 3 wounds. And then he's got 4 saves at -4. Don't think he's got no. He didn't have a 2-up armor or anything, does he? Sorry, that's right. And each of those, I think, is multi damage as well. So each of these being 3 damage is 3, 6, 9, 12. So you're dead with 9+ wounds now. If he blows up, it's going to be a world of hurt for everybody because Guilliman's on 3 wounds. But I needed to fell a knight. Could he fell a knight? Yes, he can. Does Dave blow up? He's got 2 command points. Or is it a command point left?
I've got 1 left.
1.
Come on, 6.
No 6s. You're not. Are you command point it?
You know what? No, I'm not.
No, he's going to keep it.
I'm just going to torch myself though. No. But
Don't torch it. You always do that.
It's on a 4, is it?
So Guilliman's going to stay where he is. Dave hasn't got enough command points to interrupt, so we're going to go with a Librarian. Or actually, should I gamely move? You know what? I'm going to. Because then I'll be within 6 of that Librarian. Move 3 inches towards a close enemy unit. Come within 6 and let the Librarian help him out. Tell him, this is how you do it, brother. This is how you take out a knight. So we're looking for 3s, re-rolling. It's a good job Guilliman moves within range. Right. Throwing dice all over the place. So he's got all his hits.
Oh my word.
I'm looking for 5s to wound with a 4 stave. Re-rolling. Can he take out a Styrix? He's got 1. Nah, I can't take you out. I needed 2. It minus something. She's failed. So it's D3 damage. It's the full 3. Oh, you know what it is? I want to tease me. Nah, you would have been alive on a wound.
Of course it is.
Wow. But you get to attack back now against this Librarian who has the Shield Eternal as he holds it high and prays to the Emperor. Right, so Dave's going to stomp over this Librarian. So he's
5s.
hitting on 5s now because he's so damaged.
And reroll 1s for the banner.
Yeah. That's not a bad roll considering.
3, 4.
5 is another one
5,
there.
yeah.
You're wounding on 2s. And unless the Styrix is worse at strength, which I don't think it will be. So these are -3 or something for the stompy feet, but he's got a shield eternal anyway.
So -2 D3 damage.
So we're looking for 3 ups. He's failed 1, so it's D3 damage halved for the shield eternal. There's 2 down to 1. Yeah. So that guy there just takes a boot to the head for 1 wound. So that is the end of my turn 2. So we're going to look at these points. So psychological warfare, I don't think you've lost enough Marines to make that happen for me. Secure 4 isn't going to happen, so that's nil point on them. Secure 5 I will get with a Razorback, which can now move 3 inches forward as well if it wanted to. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go like this and park around a little bit to stop you off again and stay within 3.
Did Guilliman not kill him?
Yeah, but I charged. So
yeah, but at the end of his fight, no. Did you have a fight phase?
No, because then what you do is you activate him, you get a 3-inch pile in.
That's right, yes.
So I pile in towards the closest enemy model and block them off again. So make sure that Styrix is going nowhere. So I will secure 5. I will get the Witch Hunter, and 4 I'm not going to get. So I'll get 2 points. Now Dave's actually going to score pretty big though. He's going to score 1, or at least the same as me, 2, and defend 1, which is nowhere.
I've lost it.
So saying that though, it's 2 points each. That's it. It's still 6-6. Now, obviously, I think I'm massively in the ascendancy now. You're very limited. Yeah. But if this thing has a killer turn, because he can fall back, still shoot, still charge, still do everything like that. So you can only fall back over infantry though.
Can he fit through his gap?
I think you can probably get through there. So I'll mark the scores up, but we're going to draw the cards to see what Dave gets for turn 3. Some cards not the way that you want them to draw, but scoreable. So it's 6 points each as we move into turn 3. Now Dave's got secure 6 and defend 4. We already know he's on 4.
Over here.
6
is behind the door, behind the building.
Is behind the building here. He's got options there with the knight to like move around or again shuffle through. My cards, secure 2, which is down here. Big game hunter, which means that knight is now worth D3 points, which could tip it. But we also drew priority orders for the warlord, which is secure 2, which is here. So Dave has got options. He can make it, I think, to get there. But it means he has to come. He comes away from the fight and just comes and stands here for a turn. The other one is mission critical objective 3, which is where my scouts are right over the other end of the field, and secure objective 1, which is down here. Well, realistically, he could get to this one, but it's not worth the most points. He's probably not going to go for it. There's 3. Those guys just basically have to stay alive. And this guy either has to run away from objective 2 to let the warlord score it, or just enough away, or do something else. So at the minute, he's not scoring Dave anything. And I think really this turn, Dave's got options to put his points ahead. And I think if he can put his points so far ahead, and I roll bad and don't get these, it's going to be close. I think I'm in the lead, definitely. That little Rhino being able to pile the 3 inches, that's pivotal because it's stopped him again.
Over here, get the Guilliman closest and everything.
You can still get round. We know you can still get round.
Not to be the closest, I don't think. 12-inch movement.
Yeah, the tank would probably still be closer.
Yeah.
Because it's the corner that basically pivot him around. Yeah, the tank would be closer for the shooties, which will save Guilliman necessarily. Yeah. Very, very interesting. We knew this game was going to be very brutal and take chunks out of each other. I didn't expect you to have a knight this damage now at this point. I expected I could take a knight a turn. I knew I could.
That null zone.
That null zone turn 1 was pivotal. Pivotal. And
it
only worked because you come rushing at us.
Yeah.
If I'd had turn 1, it wouldn't have worked.
12 inches.
So Dave was saying to me, you really need a turn 1, and I agree. Having the turn 1 fire would have been excellent.
Yeah.
But the null zone wouldn't have come into effect. So I don't know. I've still got my 2 assassins. We'll see what Dave's going to do. Right, so the knight has moved round. Dave's used his last command point on the Machine Spirit Resurgence, so it's at its full profile for this turn now, Dave's turn. Like I said, they're hanging fire because that's worth the points, and this guy's got his line of sight to this guy, who's just out with rapid fire. But obviously if Dave can take this guy out, he's an easy option for me to advance and get this defend 1, or a 5-inch advance to get to secure 2 for me, without having to move anything else around here. So no psychic phase now, no psychic phase, straight into the shooting phase.
He's out with rapid fire.
Yeah, so he's got hits on 3s re-rolling.
Didn't realise that.
Yeah, and wounds on 3. Well, you can move him into rapid fire if you want.
Fail.
It's up to you, because he wasn't going to score 2. Did you want to move him in? You're only a 1/2 inch out.
and still be on the objective?
Yeah, because you come this way, don't you, in the wall?
Yeah.
So he's hit with the second shot, and he's wounded with the second shot. So I'll get a 3 up in the cover. Nope, he's dead.
Right.
I'm happy for you to do that because you were talking about rapid fire, but I was out with rapid fire with you before.
Right, okay.
So we're not cheating. I'm not throwing the game.
The Marines over there, it's going to be, was it 4 bolt guns and 1 crack?
I think you've got 4 guys, because 1 died.
Grenade.
You've got 3 guys left.
So it's two guns and 1 crack grenade.
Into?
Yeah, Storm Raven.
Into the Storm Raven, okie dokie.
Crack grenade.
So hitting on a 4. Oh, sorry, at the start of my shooting phase, I'm going to make the Rhino -1 to hit the Razorback, sorry, because everything else is without range.
So hit with the crack grenade. Hooray.
Wounds with the crack grenade, so we're looking for a 4 up. Nope, D3. Oh, just Standard. A 1. We're down to 7 wounds.
And then it's 2 bolt guns. Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah, 4 shots. You can reroll one of these because you haven't rerolled with a crack yet.
Just 2.
1 wound, you can reroll 1 because you didn't reroll with a crack.
There you go.
2 wounds, so the bolter's doing the work there. There's always a bolt that goes through.
Isn't it? It's
always a bolt that goes through. So we're knocked down to 6. I think I am degraded. I'm definitely degraded now. Which leaves Dave really with his knight. So we'll let him have a think about his targets.
Going to be right. Okay.
Right. Okay. So you're going Flamer into the Flyer.
Yeah. I'm going to do the Graviton Crusher at the Razorback.
Yeah.
And I'll Volkite the. I guess I'll Volkite the Devastators.
The last 2 Devastators.
Yeah.
Dave's picking options because, like I said, next turn I've got 6 command points left. I can do a Hellfire round here again. The Assassin can do the Turbo Penetrator. So we're going straight through your shield. So really this knight's got to do
everything.
He can't target the assassins, so he's got to do as much as he can to take out the threats coming back at him. Yeah, really.
He's not going to do it now.
Well, if he can manage to do this, if he can take these Devastators out, and if he can knock the Flyer down and knock that down, then he's in combat against Guilliman. It could switch back to you, because then I'm struggling to kill.
Nah, I've got no left though.
We'll see. We'll see. I think it could be brutally close. And again, it's on points.
Right, so we'll go through them in order. The Graviton Crusher is heavy D3.
Yeah. So it's 2.
And boom. Both hit.
2 hits, yeah. This is going at the Razorback, isn't it?
Yes.
So it's strength 6, so he's looking for 5s to wound. Just 1. And it's -2, so we're looking for a 5 up. No.
3.
3 damage, so the Razorback is down to 3.
And then the
Volkite.
Twin Rad Cleanser.
Twin.
So 2d6 auto hits.
7. That's okay, it's average.
3, 4. This just wounds on a 6.
Wounds on 6 against vehicles.
Oh, I knocked me 6 over there.
No, you did. I seen it go.
And the Volkite Caravel is heavy 5. 3.
Yeah, take 2 dice out. 2 hits.
Oh,
You've rolled pretty bad now, considering you're on full profile as well.
Strength 8.
So that is 2 wounds. This was against the guys in cover, wasn't it?
Yes.
And what's the minus on that, sorry, Dave?
-3.
-3, so 6 up on the Marines, 5 up in cover. Can I save any devs? I can. I'm going to take the Sergeant off and keep the guy with the heavy bolter so I can potentially do the shot.
You don't get cover?
I don't get cover.
Don't get
so
cover
that's
from
2
Styrix,
guys dead.
yeah.
You should have said that when I rolled. So that's the Devastator squad gone, which does get rid of my Hellfire. Actually, I do have another heavy bolter with the Scouts, but...
Right. That's it then.
So, yeah, I think... No, you haven't... Oh, yeah, you've done everyone. So it's straight into your charge phase.
Yeah, so we'll charge the Razorback and Guilliman.
And Guilliman, right. I'll roll on camera. I'll not do the Storm Bolters on camera unless we'll get... You're down to 1 wound or something like that. So the las cannon, 6 is re-rolling. No, re-rolling. Got a las cannon hit. We wound on a 3, re-rolling. It is a wound.
Boom.
You're on a 4 up in one on you?
Yes.
Oh, he's made it. Right. I need to get Guilliman's guns. 6 shots on a 6, re-rolling. Oh, 3 hits with Guilliman. Looking for 5s, re-rolling. Oh, 3 wounds from the daddy. -2. He's got him. It's 2 damage each. Does he blow?
Damn it. Lost.
Guilliman in Overwatch. He doesn't even blow up. Roboot. Oh, he's made his point this turn. He's proved how good he can be. But like I said, I think obviously that's going to be the game now. It's Mob and Marines.
Nice,
but that was devastating. Because that missile, that thing had to die. Like I said, another turn that missile, he's gone.
Yeah.
And then he might have come back, he might not have come back.
I think to be honest, even best case scenario, if you killed Guilliman and Razorback. You've got all that to shoot them. You'll kill the knight, and then it's just some infantry.
Well, like I said, it's the turbo penetrate. What the difference would have been that now, because obviously I can just target these guys down here with the assassins and stuff like that, and there's 2 of them. They should kill 2 marines. But it was a difference that they would have then had to maybe turbo penetrate at him, and I would have potentially had to charge him. Maybe die in Overwatch, but Guilliman can maybe get back up.
Yeah,
but I just think
that null zone at the start. That's what's.
I think that was they're getting that off. Obviously, I know, right? Marines aren't in a good place. Let's be honest.
Null zone never works.
They're not in a good place. But I said to Dave when we're making them, I said, if you're doing your knights, I reckon I could have a good crack at them with a marine list. And he's like, really? And I was like, yeah. But to be fair, what you didn't do though, you didn't go for like the loyal 32 or whatever and get that massive amount of command points and loads of extra. Because let's be fair, you would have had more units that I wouldn't have been able to deal with. You would have had like more 10, 20 guardsmen down here, more command points, which is what you need for the knights. But I know you like running your marines, and I was probably, I'll be fair, I was expecting to see like 2 knights, maybe 3, and some dreads. And I was dreading having to deal with the dreads.
Could have definitely got within an inch if that wasn't
Dave's looking at it down there, but anyway, I tell you what, let's play out the rest of this turn, see what the final score was at the end of turn 3. Because at the minute, you still are scoring some points. You would still technically be in the lead. But, yeah, we all know where it's going to go. But I think we'll play this out and see how many points the final score would be at the end of turn 3.
Yeah.
But obviously, that's a big loss for the Marines. Not making it into combat was brutal, because he would have at least, he'd have at least took out the Razorback, which then could have blew up and maybe kill these guys and done some more damage down here. And he can throw them. Yeah, there's lots to be had. So we'll go into.
He hasn't got a Thunderstrike on.
He hasn't. You normally take the gauntlet. That's what I was saying. I was expecting to see the big guy. Expecting to see him and just grab him. And you've done that to me before and squeeze someone to death. So we'll go into my turn, see if we can mop up these points and see where we end up. Right, so that's a movement phase done. We'll play into the card. So Guilliman's advanced. He adds 1 to the advanced distance of all Imperium units. The Razorback actually got a 6 on its advance. It can only move 6 now, its damage, but it's got within 3 of this 2. So it can't shoot. You can't even see the guy behind there either way, neither can Guilliman. And the Stormbird. We're doing it just here, but it's wobbling, just so people can see. Oh no, I balanced it. Don't move the table, Dave. So we can see the guy down here. It's dropped into hover mode within 6 of Guilliman. It's going to fall over. We'll just move that out of the way. So it's basically there. So we can see this guy down here. If you can see. Yeah, just see him on a wing piece. And where else did we move? This guy advanced to Gary's to get onto this objective, which is 1, which is a card. The assassins have stayed still. These guys stayed still because they're within rapid fire range of the Marine on the bottom floor. And these guys have moved their 6 inches, the bolter scouts up to put them in range of them. So we're going to go into the psychic phase.
Nothing I can do about it.
Yeah, Dave's just got to grin and bear it this time. So we're going to start with a smite down here. It doesn't go off. I'm going to use a command point. Why not? Yeah, it does go off. Does Guilliman get his command point back? He doesn't. It's D3 mortal wounds. There's 3 Marine dead. I think that's the squad, isn't it? There was only 3.
Correct.
That is the squad. So I don't think there's any point in doing any other stuff. We'll just go straight into this Storm Raven, because we'd knock the guy forward here. Sorry. So all guns into this guy, see if we can finish him off. And I think we know what the outcome's going to be. So yeah, we just started with the melters and they finished them off. So we're going to go into the points. Obviously Dave hasn't got anybody left alive to do these, which would have been where he scored the points for the defend card, because it's 6 apiece at the minute. Secure 2 will now fall to the Razorback, but it's only the Warlord can do it, so I can't get that. Mission critical 3, the scouts have moved off. I knew there was a reason I should have kept them still. I will get secure 1, I will get secure 2, and I will get big game hunter for D3 for 2. So it'll be 10 to 4.
Well, and wiped.
10 to 4 with the table in. But that was, in moments that was really, really scary to play. Like your first turn of shooting.
Oh, it's exactly it.
That missile hit on him with the 6 wounds. I thought I'm dead next to. Like honestly, in your second turn, I thought I'm dead, because at that point I didn't know if null zone was going to go off or not, and that was, it had to go off, and if it didn't, that would have been a very, very different game.
By the flyers.
Yeah. I think the flyers were always going to block you. I think that was a good thing. But it was all the null zone, knocking your in runs down for those knights. If that had not worked, yeah, different game. I think a big different game. So anyway, the Marines, they are in a difficult place. They do need help, but against a certain list, you know, it's funny. I was talking to James. I think against heavier armored lists, Knights can actually be, Marines can be okay because they can bring a lot of las cannons and stuff to the fold. And if you've got the Guilliman there and stuff like that to do the stuff, he can reroll the field hits and wounds is really strong. So they can be good, but it's normally, like I said, if you had your soup list, as you would call it, with the 32s and all for the extra CPs, even that would have been a different story. There'd been a lot more models to thin out and stuff, but pivotal. That's why I give both a Psych as null zone. I always do, because if one can make it in, I sometimes have a jump pack guy with null zone as a sacrifice guy. He just gets as quickly forward as he can.
Never lands for me.
And yeah. Well, that's the thing. I've had it work when I was at the NEO and I had to play, like when there was the dropout thing. It worked. I cast null zone on my guy knowing his shining spears were coming in, and obviously once they were in, they were all in within the 6 inches, and they killed the sort of front screen, and then in my shooting phase they had none of that in runs. They still had all their minuses to hit, but it meant I cleared them out, and it actually went off twice. But apart from that, and then in this game for the first turn, it's so hard to cast on. And when it goes off, that's the thing. It's beautiful and it's devastating to the opponent because that key units with that in runs are gone. You know, the in run save is gone, but you cannot rely on it going off. I think Tigerius is the best guy to go for because he can reroll field naturally.
Yeah, more chance of that, yeah.
But that was a good game. Good game, brutal game. The Ultramarines will take it. Guilliman does what he does best. Chops heads off knights. Or legs. Well, did you think that was going to... How were you expecting it at the start? Were you expecting to...
I think that first term when the Castile went straight away, I thought, that's probably me done. Because obviously that's the linchpin of the list. Isn't it? You know
how did you think they were getting first term? Were you like, I'm going to smash him here?
No, I thought after weather a straw, but I wasn't expecting null zone.
Yeah.
And I wasn't expecting the Castile to go that fast and then not be able to fight.
I think, like you said, because all three come in together.
I got one fight phase out of 3 knights.
Yeah, well, I think that's what you said. You'd realised once you'd put all 3 in, where you'd put them, you're like, actually, I've pinned myself in here, and they couldn't get...
I should have split them.
Yeah, you couldn't get past each other. If you'd gone out, or if the setup zone, because when we first got it, I was like, oh no, it's search and destroy, like, you're going to start so close, and like, I'm going to be... But actually, we're saying it actually helped, because there was a null here, and I took this side.
Because I could have charged that first turn as well, yeah.
Any other setup, and it would have been straight across. There wouldn't have been the sort of line of sight. This bit of cover is the most valuable player for me. That Imperial statue, just this mosh pit in the middle that stopped you getting through en masse. Otherwise, I'd have been dead. But I'm loving the assassins. I love their rules. I think they're well pointed. I said for this game, once your key targets are gone, you know, there's not much else they can do. You can help here and there, pick off targets. But for me, they're going to be great against stuff like Eldar, Yannari, all that kind of stuff. Guard, just to take out the commanders and stuff like that. And it makes people think about where they're putting their characters and scared to then, you know, because all of a sudden you're just sort of la-di-da-di-da, skipping forward, I'm in 6 inches.
They can't be targeted.
Exactly, but all of a sudden it's just sort of like, ooh, I don't necessarily want to get him. But you did straight away, you hit out a line of sight and then your smites are napped because you need line of sight for smite. But that was really good. It went better. It went better than I thought it would. I thought I would have less alive around the edges and be clinging on for dear life with this guy, and maybe he's like a randomly knocked flyer buzzing around the board. But it was hard work getting through those knight's wounds. It definitely was. But having the strat, like I said, the heavy bolter strat, the strat for the turbo penetrator, for the D3 mortal wounds, being able to fire the heavy bolter twice. You know, ideally, like you said, you expected me to have loads of Devastator squads with that in, so I could just do it every turn. Well, I didn't have the points really to do it, but I think that really helps against him as well. Just being able to tickle off, so you don't get to use your shields as much, and then, you know, by the time you do get to use your shields, you might have took 5, 6, 7, 10 mortal wounds, and then it's like, oh, hang on, that's nearly half my knight dead, and I haven't started shooting it really.
Chipped off something,
But now that was really good. We'll get this one filmed, and hopefully we'll get another game up soon. That much better than I thought that would go. I think if he'd have died, it was a different story, because you see my turn 2 shooting.
Buffs is fantastic.
The reroll wounds and hits, once they were gone, it was hitty missy. But the first turn, you're right. The combination of the null zone and the rerolls absolutely brutalised you.
And the minuses hit on things that are already minus.
Yeah, the little that's why I like Tigerius. You know, he's not that much more expensive than a normal Psyker. You can cast 3, deny 2, and that little like free bonus of just nominating a unit within 6, like the -1 to hit, is really handy. Really handy, because it's not infantry or anything, it's any unit. Yeah. So it's really handy. And if I knew like the miss, you could even probably put it on this guy if I thought, right, you're gonna get all the missiles. You can't do anything against a Vindicare, but like your shield missile thing, you know, how make that
So I
miss.
just realised the Warden's got a twin heavy flamer, which I didn't use at all as well. So he's used his rocket launcher and his heavy flamers, hasn't been using it all.
Well, yeah, his heavy flame would have been really
Almost
good.
forget the flamer.
Little
Almost
hits,
forget the
little hits on stuff.
Yeah.
But
Auto hits the flyers, wasn't it?
even his gun, yeah, what said with his gun did mint it down the night on really took like 6 wounds in Overwatch. But I was
always
saying,
forget the flamer on the wall.
I always forget his guns. I didn't even use them turn one. I say, oh, I'll not have done much anyway. And then 6 wounds off a night. Well, I've done that twice. That's half a night in 2 turns of shooting. But not cool. I'll see you again soon.